In DC, for DC. DC Radio, 96.3 HD4 and DCRadio.gov.
Welcome to the District Creatives Radio Show. I'm your host, Savvy Cherise, and I say this every week how excited I am, but I promise this week I'm super excited today to have today's special guest, who is Director LaToya Foster, the Director of the Office of Cable Television, Film, Music, and Entertainment. Welcome to the show.
Cherise, I couldn't be more excited to be with you. How are you this morning?
I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. I know you are a busy lady with
you for having me.
1,000 things to do.
That's all right. We're in it together.
But you made time for the District Creatives Radio Show. So thank you so much. For those of our listeners who don't know who Director Foster is, you need to find out, and you can read her bio at the OCT FME website. Today, we're excited to talk about the kickoff of 202 Creates Month and what this month-long celebration means for creatives in the creative community in DC.
Well, Cherise, we're very excited as we are on the cusp of the 202 Creates kickoff, which is taking place this year on Thursday, August 29th, at the DC Water Headquarters, HQO. And that is a great site for the type of vibe that we are bringing from the 202. We are taking over the DC Water Headquarters, all three levels, including the rooftop, where we're going to bring activations, curated events, a bunch of entertainment, immersive experiences, all in celebration of Mayor Bowser's investments and, of course, amplifying the creative economy. People may not recognize that here in Washington, D.C., the creative economy contributes nearly $14 billion to our city's economy. So when you think about when you go to get your hair done, when you get your nails done, matter of fact, kids are going back to school today, okay? So wait a minute, so when they got their dues and their cuts and all that, that's right, that's a part of the creative economy.
Absolutely.
In addition to our theaters, many may not know that our theaters come number 2 to Broadway. So there's Broadway and then there's Washington, D.C., which we know is home to the Kennedy Center and a lot of other historic theaters here. So what we want people to know is that DC is not just government. It is not just politics. Mayor Bowser has made that clear. She's putting a big focus on the nightlife, the culture, the vibrancy, or as we like to say, this is DC, the District of Creatives, Culture, and Cool.
I love it. And you know what we like to say is we outside.
We are outside.
So
we are in these streets. We are in these 202 Create streets.
Yes.
And it's going to be a vibe at the HQO, the DC Water Headquarters. If you can imagine live entertainment on that rooftop, overlooking the Anacostia River, overlooking that beautiful Frederick Douglass Memorial Bridge that Mayor Bowser put in place. It's going to be an event that no one will want to miss. Now, I know I say that about all events, but truthfully, because 202 Creates was something Mayor Bowser kicked off about maybe 8 years ago to highlight the importance of the arts and culture in our great city. And we couldn't be more excited for Mayor Bowser's 202 Creates kickoff happening this week.
I'm so excited. So that's August 29th at DC Water Headquarters. And I just want to say shout out to the team that puts this together, because
Let me tell you,
I love a rooftop moment. Everybody that knows me knows I'm a rooftop girl. So whenever you guys activate a rooftop, I love it.
It's on. I can't say enough about the team here at the Office of Cable Television, Film, Music, and Entertainment. You know, many people may not know that this office was the original Black Entertainment Television headquarters. It's a historic place to be here in our great city. And we have a lot of former BETers who make up the staff here at OCT FME, and others who come from different areas of entertainment, from the music industry, from the radio industry, from the television industry. So, you know, our office is very unique when you think about this is government, but this is government with a twist, an entertainment twist, or what would Chuck Brown say? It's an entertainment swing. How about that?
Do-wop.
You know, but I can't say enough. Everyone is really going above and beyond the call of duty to make sure that people know far and wide that DC is a vibe, that we are not just government, we are not just politics, we are a creative city, we are an entertainment city, we are a city full of, See, there we go. People calling, alarms going on. See, that's how busy we are. But we are a city that is not just government. And I think that's very important for people to know about the arts and culture of our city. And nothing could be more important to Mayor Bowser.
I love that. One of my favorite things that you said, I would like to recommend it go on the next 202 Create shirt, is DC is a vibe.
DC is a vibe. You know, as a native Washingtonian, I can speak to that. We've seen how our city has transformed. You know, we know about the monuments, right? We know about going down to the National Mall. We know about going to see the fireworks every July 4th. But there's more going on in our communities that people need to be aware of. See, I'm a girl who remembers Georgia Avenue Day.
I remember Georgia Avenue Day.
Caribbean Affairs Day.
Absolutely.
You know, I remember those things. The Funk Parade.
Yes.
You know, so we think back to that. Mm-hmm. And also I could think back to the robust nightclubs, the Dreams, the VIPs, the Zanzibars, and, you know, DC Live and 1223, and, you know, all of the clubs that were the Ritz.
The Metro Club.
Republic Gardens.
U Street.
There you go.
Club
See,
U. You remember when Club U was in the bottom of the Reef Center?
The Reef Center, that's right. The Metro Club, Chapter 3. You know, we come from a city that has been an entertainment destination.
Yes.
But it is time for the world to know that not only are we an entertainment destination, but the creators who are here, who are bringing that vibrancy to our city, those designers. You know, do people remember the fact that, okay, we look and say Taraji is from D.C., mm-hmm. Dave Chappelle, who just had a birthday, is from D.C. But what about Samuel L. Jackson, who's from D.C.? Academy Award-winning Jeffrey Wright is from D.C. You know, Johnny Gill, Genuine, and a host of others are from the nation's capital. Okay. So, you know, it may be a secret to the rest of the world, but we know what time it is over here.
Okay. Yeah, because D.C. is a vibe.
D.C. has been about that entertainment life. So there you go.
Well, you made mention, you gave me a great segue to the next question, which is the theme for this year is homecoming. Yes. And what inspired this theme? When you think about people, like you mentioned, the Tarajis and, you know, people who have gone on from the city to do great things, how does that connect to this year's theme of homecoming?
Well, you know, Antonio, the Cuban cigar smoker, who we all know for many, many years on radio, he's coming home for this. You know, there's nothing like a homecoming spirit. We just went back to school. Mm-hmm. We're on the cusp of the homecoming season. Yeah. So when you think about homecomings, you think about the robustness. You think about those drum lines. You think about, you know, the tailgating. Well, we want to have a vibe like that for our creative community. So that's how we came to the conclusion that homecoming was best suited for this year's theme. And there will be the drum lines. We will have the tailgating squad, yes, for lack of better words. We'll have a quad, and it's going to be, I don't want to give too much away. I'm just going to tell you,
excited.
You just want to be there. That's the best way
excited.
You just want to be there.
What should the outfit be? Should I pay homage to my alma mater?
Hey, that's up to you.
What should we do?
But it's all about celebrating DC's creative spirit, and we know we have a creative spirit here in the nation's capital. So we're excited.
Yeah, and there are so many things happening. There's an amazing lineup. You can go and visit 202creates.com to see all of the things that are happening. And this is just not about the kickoff. This is about a month-long celebration. So can you talk about the full month of September for 202 Creates month? So
we're going to kick it off again on Thursday, August 29th from 6 to 10 p.m. at the DC Water Headquarters HQO. But after that, and let me also talk about that lineup because we have a really great lineup. Nucci's Front Porch is coming to the 202 Creates kickoff. The Allure Band. I don't know if you all go up to Tacoma Station, but if you're a Tacoma Station person in this city, you know about Allure. So Allure will be with us. We have Jason Serta who's going to be with us. We have Haru the violinist who's going to come and grace each floor. He's going to bring his vibe to every floor. DJ Analyze. We have so much taking place at our kickoff on this upcoming Thursday. But in addition to that, the entire month, right after we finish up with the 202 Creates kickoff, there is the DC Jazz Fest at the Wharf. And that takes place on Friday, all the way up until Labor Day, all through Labor Day weekend. It's the 20th anniversary of Sonny Sumter's Summer Jazz Fest at the Wharf. So you don't want to miss that. There's color vision, Dope Black Girls coming up. I think that's September the 15th. And I'm just trying to think off my head, all the things that are coming up. Here we go. Help a sister out. Okay. We've got the DC Bike Ride that's coming up September 7th. We've got Dine All Night taking place September 19th through the 29th. The H Street Festival, the Creators Summit. And then, of course, we like to say this is a bookend for us, right? When we kick off Mayor Bowser's 202 Creates month, and then we end it with the Mayor's Arts Awards. And that is on September 24th at the Lincoln Theater. But after that, maybe we call this the remix because it still keeps going. You still have DC Theater Week. You have Art All Night, and that is when art is brought across all 8 wards of the city. Shout out to DSLBD and director Rosemary Suggs Evans. There's DC Fashion Week taking place from the 27th through the 29th of September. Shout out, you people may not recognize too the fashion designers that come from DC. You have Michelle Lopez, who you can see celebrity over celebrity wearing her fashions. You can also find Kai Mila, who also has designed for First Lady Michelle Obama, that bearing arms. A lot of that came from Kai Mila, and she's right here from Washington, D.C. She's designed for Michelle Obama, for Oprah, and a host of others. So we want to make sure we're highlighting fashion in our city, too. So again, we know that we've been rocking our fashion for a long time. Biggie talked about our fashion almost 30 years ago.
And he had the shirt on, too, to prove it.
Miami, D.C. prefer Versace, he said.
Thank you.
So there you go. Then you have Fiesta, D.C. that kind of rounds out the bump. So look, we know what we are here in D.C., but we need to get the word out to the world to, when you come to D.C., don't just experience the National Mall, but come out and come across all 8 wards of the city and see what D.C. is really all about. It's an entertainment, arts, and culture flex for real.
Absolutely. So September is going to be a jam-packed month.
It is a packed month. I hope everybody has got a lot of rest.
Yes. September is actually my favorite month. It is my birthday month, so shout out to all the Virgos.
All right.
But also, September is Self-Care Awareness Month.
Indeed.
And so when we talk about creativity and creatives, there are opportunities for creatives in the city to get support right here through the 202 Creates program.
That's
so can you talk about care for creatives and the importance of self-care for creatives?
Absolutely. Smiling faces tell lies oftentimes, I say that to say that, you don't know what people are going through behind closed doors. You know what you see on the exterior. Here at the Office of Cable Television, Film, Music, and Entertainment, we do have a program called Care for Creatives, which allows those who are in the creative community, if you need some help, if you need a hand up as far as mental health resources, you can come and be a part of Care for Creatives. We have a partnership with George Washington University with a pay-as-you-can way of paying. So if you don't have the funding, you say, because that people will tell you that I don't have the money for it, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Well, and we recognize that. So we want to make sure that people are getting the support that they need. And if you don't have it, you know what? We understand that too. So we've made it as a pay-as-you-can type of a program. So, you give a little bit, whatever you can, but you will not be neglected of resources for Care for Creatives. So we tell people, we encourage you, don't think that you have to cry in the dark, hide in the dark. There is help out here, and Mayor Bowser has made sure that we have the investments and the resources to get you what you need. Don't go without it. You don't have to. Not in this resource-rich city of Washington, D.C.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. It's super important for me to highlight that connection between the mental health and the self-care. We have a good time, and we're going to have a good time, but we absolutely have to take care of ourselves in the process.
No question about it. Nothing is more important. Health is real wealth. That's true.
Absolutely. So we're excited for the kickoff. All of the details are at 202createsmonth.com. And Director Foster, thank you so much for taking the time to grace the microphone with your voice today.
Well, thank you, Miss Savvy Cherise. us.
Thank you
because you
so
are
much.
savvy. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thank you for being a part of the Office of Cable Television, Film, Music, and Entertainment family. We certainly appreciate you.
Thank you
and all
so
you do.
much. And for more information on all the events, we hope to see you at all of the things. There are so many to select from. You can visit 202createsmonth.com. Thank you for listening to the District Creators Radio Show, and I will see you all outside. Peace.
In DC, for DC, DC Radio, 96.3 HD4, and DCRadio.gov.